Are you a throat goat? Brother, what kind of question is that? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Q&A. You lot have had heaps of questions on my stories and heaps of replies, and guess what? I've got heaps of answers. And I thought, what better way to answer these questions than in the beautiful city of Adelaide? So let's go around, answer some questions. Okay, the first question sent in by you guys was, what is something you want to achieve in 2025? I suppose that's as simple as clarity. I'm doing so many things, from reselling to YouTube to sales and remote sales. I've made money in all these ways, but it's clarity of what actually to do in my life. And it's hard, man. I'm 19. I feel like I don't have so much time left. You know, I want to experience, I want to travel while I'm young. I want to make money in that way. So I suppose my one goal for 2025 is as simple as finding clarity, doing what I enjoy doing, and simply giving it my best shot. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the city now, near the beautiful Adelaide Oval. Next question, your most valuable tip for teens aged 14 to 16. Now this one is simple as it goes. Just try. You don't gotta have all the answers before doing something. If you want to start a clothing brand, just do it. If you want to make your own business, just do it. You don't got to have all the answers to start. The answers will come when you start. So simply take one step and then the next. It's as simple as that. I know it sounds like basic advice, but do you know the amount of times I walk around here or I hear people asking me the same questions, and I'm like, dude, you asked me this question a year ago. You obviously still haven't taken action. It's a single step, man, in the right direction. It's better than staying where you are today. It's as simple as you having two options. Stay as you are, or at least take a step. It doesn't have to be a clear step, but a step is a step. It's as simple as that. Question number 3. What pushes you to keep going in such a lonely world? It's kind of, to answer that question, it's kind of the same answer as to the question that I just had. Realistically in this life, man, we have two options. We're either going to be comfortable as of now, work our whole lives, and just waste our potential. Or, from a young age, we can choose to actually take a step in the right direction, even if we fucking fail miserably, at least have a chance of doing something for ourselves. Putting effort into something that we know is going to help us in the future. That is what pushes me, man. I want to travel the world. I want to reach my true potential. This is legit the whole reason why I made this brand. Because what? One day I'm gonna look back and think, fuck, I should have done this and this and this. Instead I'm gonna think, fuck, I'm so glad I've done this and this and this. It's about experiencing. This life is all about experience. And the only way we can experience is by actually putting in a little work. It's as simple as that, man. I just wanna make something for myself, do well for myself, and reach my true potential. The fourth question is, what do you personally do to block out distractions in your life? And it's as simple as, don't try and use your strength to get through urges. Use something that is bigger than you to get through urges. For me, it's God. Whether it's porn addictions or whatever, knowing that if I do this stuff, it creates a dissonance between me and God. And this is something that prevents me from doing it ever since I started taking it more seriously. For example, Lent, a period where Orthodox people give up meat and dairy products. It's as simple as changing it from food to maybe screen time or porn. Giving that up for that 30-day period. It's an incentive, it's 30 days challenge. And then after those 30 days, those urges tend to go away because you haven't done it for so long. Or just make it easy for yourself. Like for me, I want to spend less time on my phone. Well, so I've got this app called OPA. Gym study, I'm in a break right now. So which means all my apps are locked. If I try and press on Instagram is in orbit. It doesn't let me use it. So I switch my phone off. So get rid of distractions, not by the use of strength, but by the use of giving it up for something bigger. Giving it up for a goal. So you feel like, I cannot do this because it takes me away from the person that what I am. And just expanding a little more on that point. It's easy to let yourself down, but it's harder and it hurts more when you let your family down. You let your goals down. You let God down. It's as simple as that. The fifth question is quite simple. I've answered this in many videos in the past. There's no point in me going into too much depth. It's why study sales. First off, just want to share a recent achievement that I've made with sales. What I do is called remote high ticket sales, which is where I sell high ticket products ranging from $1,000 to $10,000 online, and I get like 10% commission, so it's quite high commission. $100 to $1,000 I can get. And recently I made my first bit of money. I made about $200 in high ticket sales, which may not sound like a lot, but I've been doing it for a very short time. And I only really study it because sales is such an important essence to business. Knowing how to sell and being able to sell anything not only will keep you rich for life, and that knowledge will always transfer over, but it helps with your relationships with people. You can talk better, be more fluent, and be more influential as a person. So not only do I just study sales for the sake of money, but I study for the knowledge. Being able to know how to sell to people, being able to know how to talk to people and influence people is such an important thing to know. I'm in a flipping construction site. Question number 6. What was the hardest decision you had to make in your journey so far? There was 2 decisions. The first one was stopping my clothing brand. And I've talked about this many times, how I stopped it because I went in with the wrong mindset. I tried to receive results too quickly and I didn't build a strong foundation, which essentially just ruined the brand, and it was hard to come back from. So I had to stop it. This was one of the pieces, man. They're so fire, I actually love it. And this was hard because my whole essence was built around this. People would come up to me and say, hey, you're the Velour guy. Bro, I love your stuff, man. Yo, how's the brand going? And then I stopped it all of a sudden. And I would still, for months and months, get people asking me how the brand was. And I still do to this day. And it's painful to say that it's no longer a thing. The second decision was fucking taking the first step. Starting this brand. Starting sales. Starting reselling. Starting the ACO training stuff. Taking those first steps were the hardest decisions I had to make. Because number one, I had no knowledge in any of these things. I didn't know how to do it, and I didn't know what to expect from it. So simply taking a step into nothingness is hard. That's why so many people aren't where they want to be. It's because they fucking let that next step haunt them. And that's why it's such a big thing that I speak about. How I explained it to you guys in one of the first questions. Take that first step. It was hard, but it's supposed to be hard. If it isn't hard, it's smaller than what you are. And you guys all know what I think about doing stuff that is bigger than you. Always focus on what is bigger than you, and you will become a bigger person. This next question isn't even a question. It's more of a statement. Calisthenics athlete, huh? So I was supposed to answer that. I'll talk a bit through my calisthenics journey. I started going to the gym maybe 2 years ago. Just doing basic exercises. Then I always had the goal to be good at calisthenics, or most importantly to be good at pull-ups. So I would do pull-ups and dips, and I could barely even do one. But it's just something about being able to move your own body weight. It is so cool. I just kept training for these past maybe a few months consistently with just calisthenics, and I can do a muscle up now. I can do so many more pull-ups. Dips are like piss easy now. I can do 1 arm push-ups. I can do all these things. Now it's just about working on the planche, which I'm doing, the front lever, which I'm also doing, and most importantly the handstand push-up. I can do the handstand, but I can't do the handstand push-up yet, because it's like a whole different movement. It's just crazy hard. But calisthenics is fun, man. I just like being able to move my body, and that's the best feeling ever. This place might look familiar to you guys from this photo here, and this one, and this one. Anyways, the final question for today, to sum everything up, is why did you start this journey? And I'm not sure if I've spoken about it in the past before, but the way that I started this whole entrepreneurial journey was by complete accident. I opened a brain rot type of TikTok, and I'll try and find some videos of what I uploaded. I'll put it on the screen here. So are you good, girl? Exactly that. And I would get thousands and millions of views. Just legit, I would upload 3 videos a day, just random videos. Just like this, because it was funny. And it was just whatever. It was just like whatever, with these goofy sounds and these goofy stuff. and I would have 64,000 TikTok followers at its peak. Then do you know what happened? Boom, it got banned. So I don't really have any proof, but it happened. It happened. It was called AS5. It happened. I had a major fan base. It was so horrible. I'll put up another video.
Video game lover, we should.
That's enough of that. Anyways, then about a year or two later in the year 2020, I started another TikTok called ACO Training, where I just wanted to showcase and help young footballers be the better version of themselves. I was struggling, so I would upload these funny TikTok videos. I'll show you another one. Like that. And I would also have a following as well, which I can show you now because it's not banned. And I'll get like millions of views. And I think that peaked at about 16,000 followers on TikTok. And that's where my journey started. I was like, damn, I've got all these followers. Let's try and upload a program. So I would upload the soccer programs for people to buy for a cheap price. It's like a legit ebook that I would make, and I spent hours on these ebooks in Canva to make these ebooks and sell them. How many sales did I get? Like 3, $15 max. And I was happy. Hey, at least I made some money from this. And then I stopped that as well. I stopped it because it became unbearable to play soccer, think about soccer, talk about soccer, because that's all I did. It became unbearable, so I stopped. That's where it led me to dropshipping as well. That didn't work. But simply, that's where my journey started. Complete accident, blowing up a TikTok, and then making another TikTok, blowing up there as well, getting millions of views, and then trying to monetize it. That's exactly where it started. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the story. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, even a little bit, because if you did, a like and subscribe would be amazing. I wish you guys all the best. Peace.